Let's see. How's everyone? I'm actually a little early. I accidentally pressed the go live button as I was setting up my phone. So I'm going to very quickly here bring up my desktop so I can see what people are saying. It's a bit easier for me to read on my desktop. Let's see, Barb is here. Barb, how are you? Please give everyone a thumbs up for Yogi to help his room. Thank you for that. Then I got 2 thumbs up to start the day. Got greetings one and all with blessings and hugs. May your day be bright and filled with love and compassion. Thank you for that. That's a beautiful way to start a live stream. Laudax says, I can't wait. Cooking homemade pizza. Sounds awesome, Laudax. How are you? Laudax, let's see, says, what's up? Wolf says, Wolf is always making homemade pizza. Awesome. Our friend Goldie is here. You are at work, right, Goldie? Hey, does anyone know, is it possible for a mod to do it on their end to put in the 15-second or the 30-second delay in the chat? I don't know if it's possible. I try to figure it out. I can't. It is beyond me. If it's technical and I need to use something more than my thumbs, then I can't figure it out. Goldie says, hi there, lovely people. Hi there, lovely Goldie. Flower's here. Flower says, hi there. What's up, Flower? Business says, where did you find that deer, man? Right across the street from my house. There was 2 of them. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for saying that. Man, I absolutely love seeing deer. And when you get them in that velvet stage with their antler growth, it's awesome. Yesterday, I came across 6 different fox, as well as a hawk feeding on worms. Every day it's something. Today was, I spent some time with a great blue heron. Goldie says she's at work. Barb says she's going to try. Managing mods can. Awesome. Business says, that's amazing, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. I use a little handheld, it's a Canon Power Zoom. I got it for my birthday present, as a birthday present, and it was, it's a great, great little camera. Like I said, it's like that big, handheld. Let's see. Goldie says, hi there, lovely. Hello, Flower here. Wolf is here. Hi, Yogi, Goldie, Flower, and everyone else. Mr. Poopinator is here. I wonder what he wants. Let's chat. Mr. Poopinator says, fart for me, bro. Man, that completely surprised me. Who would have thought? Let's see. Flower says, weird having Yogi say, what's up, Flower? Why is it weird? I say, what up to Milka almost every morning, and she gives me that same look every morning. So let's see what today has. We've been getting a sweep of people in early on. Everyone with something different to say. It's always fun. It's always interesting. It's always entertaining. Laradoc says, I liked the stream. Thank you for that. I got some, how many did we get yesterday? Was it 24, I think? Business says, Mr. Poopinator, what's up? Laradoc says, I'm not going to say exactly, but I live in the South. Mr. Poopinator says, hello, chat warriors. We are here for battle. Let's see. Barb says, Yogi, it is better than whatever. I hate when my spiritual daughter says it. Yeah, yeah, that shrug, whatever. Let's see. Laradox says, dang, I just saw 17 people in the chat. That's the most I've ever seen. Hey, we had 58 the other day. They swept in like gangbusters, like a storm. Everyone had something to say, which is cool. Let's see. Hamza says, how many books have you read? I've never kept count, but a lot. I'm reading all the time, every day. I have since before I can remember. Flower says, an old guy saying, what's up is just weird, but I like it. Picasso. I like Picasso. Well, what's up? I'm Generation X, Generation X was the hippest of all generations. Next to maybe some people might say the boomers. Nah. The beatnik generation, right before the boomers, silent generation. Those guys had it. Jack Kerouac, Allen Ginsberg. Business says, how did you come up with the name of your channel, Yogi? It's a good question. No one's ever asked me that before. Well, because I'm a yogi, I'm a long-time practitioner, student of yoga for well over half my life. But you know what? I'm just a yogi. No big deal. And I do burpees every single day. I have for over 900 days. And I do them in my basement. So it's actually 100% literal name of what I do every single day. Let's see. Flower says, come on, people, like the live stream. Much appreciated, guys, if you do. Movie clip operator says, hey, buddy, how are you? Maintain the athletic figure. I'm 46 and running a mile on a treadmill and can't get it there. That's good to keep you lean. I do a lot of burpees every day. Usually, lately I've been combining it with some kettlebell stuff and some dumbbell stuff, pull-ups and dips. But man, I've been lifting my entire life since I was a kid, like 11 years old. And I've done various things. I competed in kettlebell sport, powerlifting. I did Olympic lifting, but I never competed. And then I was ultra running for 10 plus years. So I would throw in some body weight stuff. I'd throw in some push-ups, body weight squats. If you have a pull-up bar, work in some pull-ups. And I think that would have you completely covered. Flower says, please don't spam. I agree. If you got a message, a point you want to get across, you can do it in one post. If it's missed, if I miss it for some reason, go ahead and post it again to catch my eye. Or say, hey, Yogi, did you see what up above? Laradox says, Yogi, I don't mean to promote myself, but let's see. Flower says, well, that was a troll. Yeah, it happens. You know what? Personally, I don't like to call anyone a troll because it immediately signifies that they are something. I've given it an identity that may or may not be true. I've had people suggest that our friend Mr. Poopinator is a troll, but Mr. Poopinator is a valued part of the community. Think of it this way. Many of you people have been coming for months and months and months. Have you ever once taken the time to ask me to fart for you? Never. It took someone with the name of Mr. Poopinator to step right up and do what had to be done. No one else was going to do it. He saw his opportunity and he stepped up. It's not going to happen, but I appreciate his effort. Where was I? FIFA says, hey or hi. Hello, my friend. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Let's see. Goldie says, please don't spam the chat. Agree 100%. Every message can be heard without being spammed. That's for sure. And it will actually have more impact. It'll have more appreciation. Because if you spam it out there, then people have a tendency to ignore it because they think it's spam. But man, if you're truly supporting something like that cause, make a case, put your message out there. Aradak says, we respect your beliefs. Our friend Dottie is here. Dottie, how are you, my friend? You guys still have a heat wave going on in England? Barb says, how you doing? Wolf says, thanks, Goldie. I was trying to get to that. Wolf, how are you? Hey, Wolf, are you still sticking with bread for the Burpee Reaper? Walking with Goldie says, a good question, maybe. It was an excellent question. Let's see. Flower says, well, you're a boomer, Yogi. I am Generation X. I'm the beginning of Generation X. I kickstarted Generation X. There was no Generation X before I came along, except for the people that came before me, as I was born in April. So March, February, and January. So 3 months. So I didn't actually kickstart it, but I was an important member. I was there for the very beginning of MTV. First song they ever played. I saw all the great Generation X movies. The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 16 Candles. Definitely you don't want to call Mocha a boomer. Flower says that is very weird to hear you say. Wait until you hear me break out my generational slang. If you hear me say grody to the max. Now, yes, I'm Generation X, but I spent ornament. That word's not going to come out. I spent a lot of time going to Grateful Dead concerts all through the 80s, early 90s, which gives me ties to the baby boomer generation. Luke is here. Luke, my friend, how are you? Visitor says, every day is a heat wave in Florida. Yeah, it's pretty hot here too, in Maryland. I think it's going to get to 97 today. Walking says, my grandpa was 76 and faster than any of us. Awesome. Greg, how are you, my friend? Sorry, I missed some stuff up above. I think I'm cruising along, and then all of a sudden, everything skips. Do we have Kay here? Business says amazing milestone. Thank you. I appreciate that. Kay Coates. Speaking of art, you like Picasso. I love Van Gogh. I do like Picasso. I love Van Gogh. Absolutely love Van Gogh. Lately, though, it almost feels like a spiritual connection. Monet. Absolutely love the water lilies. I love the softness, the soft colors of Monet. I also like the abstract expressionism, all the way up to Jackson Pollock. When it gets into pop art, Andy Warhol loses me a bit. Flower says it shows 9, but if I click the 3 dots, it shows 4. Let's see. Business says, what's your favorite sport? That's another good question. I prefer sports that I've participated in at one time or close to it. I used to like boxing. I used to watch more MMA. I haven't in a long time. I couldn't even tell you who's fighting any longer or with boxing. But you know what? I was an ultra runner for 10 years. I did a race a month, 50K to 24 hours or 100 miles once a month for 10 years, as did Mocha. So I like watching YouTube clips of old football. Paradox says, Yogi, can you ask people to remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm subscribed to everyone? Definitely. I can definitely do that. Just keep reminding me. So, guys, subscribe to Laradox if you're not. I suspect most people are, but we got a few new people who come in. We got some people who might be lurking. Laradox is a young up-and-comer in the YouTube world. He's a shaker. He's a rainmaker. Big things are going to happen. Let's see. Laradox, sorry. Barb says, when I was growing up, my exercise was lifting bales of hay to feed the animals. I did some farm work myself. I worked on unfortunately, a veal farm when I was 15. Business said, Barb, do you want help turning off all caps? She does that for her eyesights. For eyesights. Flower says, when I talk to Miss Barb, I type in caps to hopefully make it easier for her to read. I said so that people don't think I'm yelling. Flower, that's an amazingly thoughtful thing for you to do. It's not surprising because that's who and what Flower does. Let's see. Wolf says, business, she does caps to help her read. As Barb explains. Laradox says, Jehovah's Witnesses are quite possibly the world's biggest trolls. Hey, they have a message, just like many people do. I've had some good talks with Jehovah's Witnesses. You come to my door, you're going to be treated with respect. I'm going to listen. I might not agree. I've come about my views the hard way. I've investigated. I've dismissed the things that weren't working for me. I looked in my own mind, discernment, and I live my life. I live my life as my message. Bizza says he was just looking out. Much appreciated, Bizza. You know what? I appreciate that thoughtfulness. We got a cool looking emoji from Luke. I'm not too far behind. I wonder if I can keep this streak alive, guys. Bizza has to go. Have a good day, man. You too. I appreciate you coming here. I appreciate the comments about the deer. Luke says GSP was a beast too. Yeah, he was. Most definitely. You know what, guys? I go all the way back to the original Gracie. I go all the way back to Hoist Gracie. I was practicing Kempo karate at the time, and I saw Hoist Gracie take all kinds of people to the ground, and I thought, I got to learn some grappling. So I immediately enrolled in judo because there was simply no Brazilian jiu-jitsu schools around. Doc says he already told us that he's not 17, he's 15. You did mention that. Paradox plays basketball. Dottie says, I love art. Who's your, what's your favorite period? And who's your favorite within that period? Therodox says, be honest, Yogi, your streams more boring or better when I didn't know you. I'm going to be honest. Um, I've enjoyed all of my streams, no matter who shows up. I've had streams completely by myself, and they were completely enjoyable. I'm never bored. I'm never bored with myself. Um, and I'm never bored with other people. Our friend Eric Lapointe is here. You guys can ask Eric Lapointe about the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Judo connection. Hello, Iron Flower and Goldilocks. Iron Flower. That name is going to catch on now. Therodox says, I think we've all been a troll at some point. Yeah, probably. You know what? We get enthusiastic about the stuff that we love, and we want to share it with people. Let's see. Luke says, I'd like Bosch. You know what? I'm drawing a blank on that. I'm going to have to Google it. Therodox says, we're all nonetheless like nice people. I agree. You know what? The trick, this is what I was talking about with trolls. As soon as we label them, I think it was Pascal that says, once you label me, you negate me. So once you label someone a troll, just because they're doing whatever, we no longer see them as actual people who might be able, once they get past their own agenda, contribute something to a conversation. Not that everyone needs to contribute. Sometimes, you know what? Just being here. Let's see. Flower says, nah, not that I remember. Laradox. Flower's been here for a long time. All right. Let's see where we are, guys. I backtracked a little bit. Iron flower. Iron flowers never wither. This is true, Luke. That's why you don't want to mess with flower. Flower says her leg looks weird. It's like purple dots with yellowish skin. Have you been doing anything different? Oh, Eric Lapointe dropped a link for Laradox. Awesome. That was nicely done. Kind. Laradox says, wait, was Eric named after Yogi? Because his name is Eric? No. Yogi is a practitioner of yoga. Wolf wants to know if your leg is yellow. And Laradox appreciates you guys. Luke forgot to put on the shades. You got to have the shades. Flower says, yeah, yellow-ish. Hey, is your mom home? I know your dad's not, but is your mom home? Laradox says, I promise don't want to talk politics, but ABC in the chat if you're conservative. Well, now, isn't that talking politics? You can't say, I promise I don't want to talk politics, but let me talk about politics. Wolf says, Flower, you might need a doctor. I agree. Flowers in shorts and a t-shirt. You should definitely talk to your mom about maybe seeing a doctor. Dottie says, Monet, but I like artists that are not well known in the modern day. Awesome. Definitely feel free to share some favorites. I like Gauguin as well. I always like Toulouse-Lautrec. He doesn't seem to get his always get the respect that I think he deserves. Let's see. Wolf is showing some concern, some well-deserved concern. So, Laradox, you say you need to stop acting like a troll. You know what? All you ever have to do is act like Laradox. Just relax. Um, be your own best friend. You know, be the person that you would love to hang out with. Let's see. Odom's here. Odom, my friend, how are you? Luke says you might bruise easily. This is true. Early Netherlandish. Yeah, that was it was an interesting time. Things were starting to change. You were starting to lose that a little bit of that religious connection. Paradox is grateful. Good. Got to be grateful. All right, Flower, that's good to hear. You should definitely get it checked out, though. You should definitely ask your mom. Let's see. Luke is showing, putting out some good names that I am not familiar with. Good thing I got Google handy. I want to do a quick image. I was unfamiliar with the name, but I do recognize the Polish gesture. I like it. Not quite, um, not quite my style, but I do like it. Flower says, I don't think cold will turn. Oh, I'm sorry. Wolf says, I don't think cold will turn your leg yeller. Probably not. And I did say yeller, by the way. Luke says, be cool, Luke. Take some shades. Good advice. Donnie says, art is in paintings, drawings, photography, street art, grunge art. I like all art and any shape or form. I agree. And I look for all kinds of ways to express myself as an artist, even the live streams, which is why I like having a loose structure. Because if you try to fit it into a particular pattern, you lose the spontaneity. Think how many people that came in wild who ended up being really good friends and sticking around and adding so much to the conversation. So you just never know. And as I said before, for me, it's all good practice. Sometimes the wilder the better. Of course, you know, I don't want to say I insist, but you got to be respectful to other people in the chat because, man, if you can't realize that it's not about you, if you can't realize that here, where are you going to realize it? That's the That's the thing. When we name people trolls, um, we're looking at the outer form and we're not seeing that, according to the Course of Miracles, we have two thoughts, basic thoughts. We have the thought of love, we have the thought of fear. That if it's not coming from love, it's coming from fear. And people are like, well, I'm not afraid of anything. What do I have to be afraid about? Um, what we're afraid is that the ego won't be recognized. And without recognition, the ego is insignificant. It's just a voice, nothing, nothingness itself. So the ego has to keep putting itself out there, putting itself out there. Otherwise, nothingness. Not realizing nothingness is our true nature. Nothingness is the capacity of serving love. So if you see everything as a cry for help, everything as a cry for recognition, everything as the ego simply saying, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, look at me. Then you can start seeing beyond that. And hopefully people start to respond from that spirit level, from that level of love, instead of insisting all the time that they need to be looked at, that they need their ego to be recognized. So we'll see. So yeah, man, that was a long way from Dottie's statement. But Dottie makes me think. All of you guys make me think. So I think of all of this as an art form. All of life. Man, what a great thing that we get to present our life as a work of art. Yellowish. Let's see. Big Fred the monkey is back again. Big Fred, how are you? Dottie says, my van will be a work of art when the outside is custom painted. Yeah, I see that. I see you working as an artist. Just the detail was fantastic. But more than that is the love that you put in it, the love that you do. Let's see. Wolf says you're making excuses to not see a doctor. At the very least, I'd show it to your mom. Paradox will be back, and Flower says it's normal now. Let's see. Flower says no one is chatting. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Paradox says everyone with a wrench deleting messages. Yeah, we just wanted to be careful what we delete. You know what? Everyone has an opportunity to contribute. Let's see. Luke says, I like sculptors too, especially from ordinary people, like the guy who welded a dyno and put it in his yard in my city. Cool stuff. You know what? Man, ordinary people doing extraordinary things. Just having that inspiration to do something outside of the box. Absolutely amazing. If I had a wish, if someone said, and someone did ask me this the other day, if I could make a wish for people, it would be to have that inspiration to be different, to not go through your life doing the same thing every single day unless it feels spontaneous. Have a life of spontaneity. You know what? I do the same thing every day, literally the same thing every day, but none of it feels routine. Everything feels very spontaneous. I get to wake up. I'm gifted with waking up and do the exact things that I love every single day. The goal, one of the reasons why I started a YouTube channel, was to be able to keep doing that, because I'm in a very fortunate position in my life that I just don't need a whole lot. I can devote myself to the things that I love. Hey, Luke, do you do any artwork yourself? Flower says, if anybody wants me to hide monkey, sure. Nah, monkey's fine. Dottie says, metal art and wood carvings are amazing. Yeah, they are. Hey, our friend Squirrel Sniper does chainsaw carvings. Our friend Eric Lapointe is an artist with Christmas trees. Not to mention putting out some really great nature shorts. And our friend Flower, she's a wonderful drawer, um, talented artist. Laradox is an artist as well. I haven't seen Laradox's stuff, but he's mentioned it before. And of course, the amazing Night Watcher himself. Um, Goldie's daughter. Goldie's daughter is someone, man, I love it when um, she has shared some of the early artwork, but I love when young people pursue it all the way through their lives. My stepdaughter is much like that. Always had a pencil, always had a pen in her hand. Theradox says, guys, I just want to remind anyone who is still a minor, the internet is a dangerous place and you need to stay safe. Thank you for that, Laradox. Completely agree. Mr. Poopinator says, I came in as a troll and left as a subscriber. And I love this guy and his channel because he's always kept the same energy. Thank you for that. Man, you know, I don't want to say that almost brought a tear to my eye, but it almost brought a fart. It almost brought a fart to the forefront. I was this close saying, you know what, Mr. Poopinator deserves this. And then it just stopped. Sorry about that. I literally ran out of steam. Theradox says, just talk respectfully. Don't share anything personal. Be appropriate. Good advice. Luke is an artist of body contortion. He's just joking. But that would be pretty amazing. Let's see. Mr. Poopinator says, Mod stopped me a few times, but let me back in. Yogi spoke about it, and I love the way he handled it. Much love to Eric and the mods. Thank you for that, Mr. Poopinator. And that's exactly what I mean. And I honestly mean it when I say Mr. Poopinator is a valued part of the community because I get to smile every single time I say Mr. Poopinator. I can be talking about some seriously philosophical stuff, and in the very same breath, I get to say Mr. Poopinator. I mention this all the time. You're not going to get that on any other YouTube live stream. You are not going to get a Mr. Poopinator talking about fine art, talking about some of this all important stuff that we talk about here. Laura says, I don't know why people like me, like romantically, because I mean, I don't think I'm that likable romantically. You know what? I would say you're young. You got plenty of time to think about that stuff. It's 11 views and like 0. 11 views and 11 likes. We go up and down. I think at one point we might have had a high of 15. It's amazing. I don't know where those big sweeps of people come in. I appreciate them though. It's always fun to see how it's going to go. See what they're going to throw at me, you know? Let's see. Goldie says Mocha's daughter. Mocha's daughter is a wonderful artist. She's, like I said, another one who just her entire life has had a pen or pencil in her hand. Goldie says, thank you, Mr. Poopinator. Exactly. Mr. Poopinator says, bro, let her rip. I was so close, man. You had earned it. And, you know, it just wasn't coming. Laradox is encouraging, though. Flower says, I don't know if I have shared anything personal. You mean art-wise? Sorry, my cat's calling for some attention. Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear, my friend, how are you? Nice to have you stop back. Very much appreciated. Says, how are you today, friend? I'm doing pretty well, actually. I spent some time, actually, Mocha and I spent some time with filming a great blue heron. Always amazing to watch. Flower says, isn't age, birthday, and name personal? I don't know. I generally don't hold a whole lot back. As a matter of fact, you guys had to stop me from posting my cell phone number. Paradox says, we know we're the only Gen Z if we're spamming the skull emoji. Let's see. Goldie says, "Slow Flower, you have time. My daughter was in the same position. She's still asking me the question at 19. But it's also what society tries to push on young people." Exactly, Goldie. You know what? You don't have to be anything but what you are right now. Flower says, I feel like people are just gathering info. That could be. Always need to be careful. Luke has got some business ideas. I am ready. Let's hear them. I'm all up for it. Let's see. Teddy Bear says, show us the cat. I will show you the cat. Did you see? You could also see my messy little office. It's also a storage room, in case you can't tell. Bizza is back. Welcome back, my friend. Teddy Bear, that was just for you, my friend. That's dumb. Let me share my cell phone? Yeah, probably. That's what everyone said. Luke says, 2 ideas. Idea 1, retirement home with slot machines. Predatory, I know, but maybe we make the machines give out as much as put in. That's not a bad idea. I wouldn't say it's predatory. You know what? If the house usually makes a profit, how about if the house uses that profit for the benefit of the nursing home itself? Dottie says, can I get another sub, please, to get me to 180? Oh, we definitely got to get Dottie to 180. I know there are better links from mods than what I do, because I think you can only do it, you can only open it from a desktop. But hey, if anyone can, please subscribe to Dottie. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Laradox. Wouldn't mind a few new subscribers. Let's see, and Goldie very kindly drops a link to Dottie. Thank you for that, Goldie. Flower says, your phone number? Hey, I like to think that I'm available, you know? People need to talk, I want to be there to listen. People want to learn meditation, I want to help them. People want to learn breath work, I'm here for them. If you just need a kind word, give me a call. However, you guys did talk me out of it. I think it was, if I remember, it was definitely Goldie right off the bat. It says no, as well as Night Watcher said, no, don't do it. It's good to have people looking out for you. Having said that, though, if you go to my channel page, my email address is there, and if you ever need anything, send me an email. Paradox says, the skull emoji is Gen Zers. Is slang for dying laughing. I got a breakdown of Gen Z emoji lessons from our friend Flower. Let's see. Flower says, Yogi, they can track you with that out. This is why I'm absolutely available. You can't be tracked if you're not hiding. There's a powerful, powerful spiritual tool of one, surrender, two, defenselessness. If you have nothing to defend, if I give everything away, what can anyone ever take from me? Someone can come here and say all kinds of stuff about me if I refuse to defend myself, because you know what? Some of the stuff they say was probably true at one time or another. Let's see. Visa says phone number is wild. You know what? I could always throw myself in away and get another one if I got too much. Nothing's irreplaceable. It's just stuff. It's just things. If someone calls me, what is it? It's just a conversation. It's just words. Let's see. Want to hear a construction joke? Yes. Business says kitty. Yes, that's my upstairs cat. Her sister is a downstairs cat. I adopted them 2 years ago. They were 10 years old. I wasn't thinking about getting cats, but Mocha came across them, and they were at a shelter. And the lady at the shelter was afraid no one wanted black cats. She was afraid that no one would want two of them, and that someone might get one and leave the other, and that they've been together for 10 years. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, well, they belong to us now. Liliana is here. Liliana says, you remember me? I certainly do, because you don't come across a name as pretty, as lovely as Liliana that often. Let's see. Paradox says, Yogi, we need a house tour. Well, you guys seen the basement. You've seen me doing burpees in my basement. You've seen the office, and you've seen the kitchen when I sit down there with Milka. And I've done a few stuff in the living room as well. And you guys see my area. Every nature short is done within 2 miles, pretty much. Sometimes a little longer, but within 2 miles of my house. Let's see. Luke says, Area 2, movie theater that specializes in live events like sports and maybe some other things. This is where I need your help. But movie theater need to be better on a business standpoint. Interesting. I haven't been in a movie theater in a long time. So you're thinking that you could go to a movie theater and watch the Super Bowl. It would be broadcast on the big screen. Laradox wants to hear a joke. Eric Lapointe very kindly drops the link for Dottie. Awesome. And let's check and see where Dottie is. Has anyone stepped up? Has anyone... Hey, Dottie is at 180. Dottie is at 181. You guys are absolutely the very best. Way to go, Dottie. Way to go, guys. Very much appreciated. Dottie says, thanks to you as well, Eric LP. He's awesome. Eric steps right up and gets the work done. Donak says, thank you for the shout out, Yogi. You're welcome, my friend. Mr. Poopinator says, I learned a lot from just being on your live. Don't give your number out. However, get a Telegram number. It costs nothing. I didn't even know they still did telegrams. Thomas Edison will be proud to know that. Thomas Edison, by the way, was not a very nice guy. Tesla had a better idea, and Edison tanked him. We would be living in a different world had Tesla been able to step forward with many of his ideas. Laura's birthday is in 3 days, by the way. Luke is of the oldest Gen Z. What year did Gen Z start? Mocha knows that stuff. Generation X started at 1965. And then you have the millennials. So yeah, guys, I'm just one generation away from being from being a millennial. Imagine that. Dottie says, oh wow, whoever subbed me, I'm at 181, road to 200 now. We're going to get you to 200. So again, I hope everyone is subscribed to Laradox as well. Dottie says, big love. Absolutely, my friend. I stand behind you 100% because I absolutely love what you're doing. For one, I absolutely love you. And from the moment we connected channel-wise, I absolutely knew that you were going to be a good friend. Darodex says, Yogi, by the way, it's my dream to get to 1K on YouTube. I think you can absolutely do it, for sure. I'd love to see you put out Laradox content, things that only Laradox can do, that you won't find it in any other YouTube channel. You know, we were talking about art, and Dottie talked about, you know, all these things that make an artist. And I would absolutely love to see the art of Laradox. And whatever, I'm not just talking about drawing, I'm talking about you, the artist himself, putting it out there on YouTube for the world to see. I do my best to do that here. Like I said, I think every live stream as a work of art. I'm not saying a good work of art, but it's a work of art. Art being subjective. No one gets to judge it. Or if they do, it doesn't need to affect the artist himself or herself. Be independent. Abraham Maslow said, the sign of a self-actualized person is they are independent of the good opinion of others. So I would love to help Laradox get to 1 grand, make his dream come true. Laradox says, just like that, I gained a subscriber. Please, guys, not to be selfish, but please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're already not. You know what? I'm not going to say that's selfish at all. You got to ask for what you want. And at the same time, the best way to get what you want is to give and give and give. Give everything away. When you're completely empty, then you're the capacity for the world to fill you up with everything that you desire. If you're not willing to give things away, are you deserving of having things given to you? Dottie says, thank you, Eric. I'm friends with all. You certainly are. Always appreciate you being here. Oh, I missed our friend Jacob. Jacob put in some intense work again today. Jacob says, plus love on here is real. Thank you for that. And you know what? It's because of you guys. Let's see. Sorry, I missed a few things. Starting over at the top. Laradox says, you're welcome, Dottie. Business says, I have a black cat that's only 7 months old. She's very cute and playful. I love cats. I love cats too. Sometimes I'm asked cats or dogs, and the answer is get rid of the or. Cats and dogs. Dottie says, hi, Princess, because we got Prince Vampire in the house. Let's see. Luke says, DM's open, serious inquiries only, bring shades. I gotta find my shades. I haven't worn them since I was doing ultra running. Let's see. Hey, those are two good ideas, Luke. I like that you're thinking outside of the box. Princess Vampire says, Veridox, just a little hint. If you are asking for something from someone, don't call them selfish. Agreed. Luke says, what's your city? I am in Columbia, Maryland. It's more of a town. They calls itself a planned city, one of the first planned cities, and it was built on very high ideals in the late 1960s. Interfaith centers, socioeconomic layout so that everyone blended together, wide open green spaces, well over 200 miles of bike paths, uh, going through woodlots and fields. Absolutely love it here. It's probably maybe best known. James Rouse was the founder, and he is the grandfather of Edward Norton. He went to school here. He grew up here. Edward Norton is from Columbia. But it's most famous for Merriweather Post Pavilion, which is a great concert venue. Jimi Hendrix played there in '69. Led Zeppelin played there. I saw the Grateful Dead there in 81, 82, and 83. Daradak says, Yogi, going to share the first line of my homemade rap song, if that's okay with you. That's fine. Why not you rap it on your channel? Even better. Let's see. Princess Vampire says, on that note, I'm tempted to inscribe. Oh, not that kind of telegram. I only know of one kind. Luke says, yes, with your city. Man, it's one of the few places I've ever wanted to live, so I never seriously considered leaving. I love growing up here. Dardak says, let's see, I already read that. And here's the first couple of lines on the rap. One thing I've learned, don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, they might seem nice, but really it isn't a lover. It was just a cover. They were never a brother. That's pretty good, Laradox. Like I said, I think you should wrap it on your channel. I think your channel needs more personalized Laradox stuff. Let's see. Luke says he was born in 97. My stepdaughter was born in 93. 97, I was, I was steeped in alcohol. I was hitting the bars pretty hard, had been for much of the decade, and I was 2 years away from being gifted sobriety. And it truly was a gift, completely unearned. When I think about those times, man, I still have nightmares. I'm still working through some karmic ties through the 90s. The danger I put myself in, the danger I put others in, the relationships that I ruined. Mr. Poopinator says, Telegram is an APP on your phone, bro. All right. Next, you guys got to tell me what an APP is. So here's what I was looking for. Jacob says, greetings and blessings to you all. Can we get brother Mr. Yogi to 20 likes? Awesome. Thank you for that. Again today, big salute to Mr. Yogi. Enjoy hanging out with you on your live stream and support. Big salute. Thank you, Jacob. Man, I definitely appreciate having you here. Let's see. Laradox. GI generation, the silent generation, baby boom, Generation X, millennial generation, Generation Z, Generation Alpha. I really appreciate the silent generation. They're sort of the unsung. But you know what? All the music that everyone loves, the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, they were all actually silent generation. Rolling Stones. My dad was right at the beginning of, right on that cusp between the greatest generation and the silent generation. And he stepped up and joined the Navy in World War II. Flower will be right back. Let's see, Lairdax says, it's actually a very nice message, Eric. And the reason I thought you were never the Yogi is that you have the same name as him. And you said you were his son. Who? Oh, Eric Lapointe. Yeah, he was just joking. All right. Luke says, I live in a town as well. We have the largest concrete water well in the United States, Alice, Texas. Interesting. I just copied that. And I'm going to look it up when we're done our chat. Dottie says she's off now, guys. I need a long, cold shower. All have a blessed day, evening, morning. Thank you, Dottie. And hey, congratulations on a well-deserved 200 subscribers. Therodox says, everything you've ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. And with fear just being an illusion, what keeps you from going out and getting it? As well, once you think you've got what you wanted, you find out that it was probably not everything that you've always wanted, that there's something much deeper there. Therodox says, thank you. Shout out to Eric, y'all. Sabine, how are you? Sabine says, Daddy, I subbed you as well. I left a comment. Thank you for that. So let's check your page out again. 182. Completely awesome. Sabine steps up like a champ. Very much appreciated, my friend. And Laradox has 453 subscribers. Awesome. Jacob just subscribed. There you go. That's how you do it, guys. Let's see. Miss Poopinator says, you drank a lot in the day. Man, I drank a whole lot. What made you change? This is why you need Telegram, bro. I would Cash App you 20-minute convo. Oh, Cash App for a 20-minute convo. I could give you my cell phone number. Send me honestly, man, send me an email. I drank through the entirety of the 90s, and I just didn't drink. I drank to get drunk every single time. I didn't casually drink. I've hardly ever done anything casual in my life, especially during that time. I approached everything with an all-out sort of attitude. And you know what? I drank. I was unhappy, but I thought I was happy. And I was attempting to destroy myself. When I look back on it, I was attempting to destroy my ego. Because I was in a dichotomy of deep spiritual practice, meditation, yoga, as well as some other things, and at the same time trying to destroy myself. If I had the wisdom and insights then, I would have seen that it was, again, ego death that I was after, and I didn't need to be destructive to go about it. Nor do you actually have to kill the ego. You just need to realize it's not who you are. And you hold it lightly. You're able to smile at it. I get to smile at the stuff that I do. I don't have to take myself so seriously. I give myself full permission to be open, vulnerable, whatever surfaces. And what made me change was, well, you know, I had been meditating the entire decade, and things started changing on their own. And I've told this story before. I was pulled over. I got a DWI, off-duty state trooper. And as soon as I saw the lights flashing behind me and I pulled over, I had the clear impression, not quite a voice in my head, but this intuitive impression that if I wanted to, I never had to take a drink ever again. And it wasn't out of sorrow, it wasn't out of regret that I got caught. It was out of opportunity. That this part of my life was over and it was time for the next part. I just needed to open myself up for it. And I don't know why I did, but I did. And it was absolutely magical. I stepped into a mystery, which was there all along. I went to a few AA meetings only because I missed the social aspect of bars. I started going to bars thinking I just won't drink. And I realized that it doesn't work that way. I could do it, but that I was leaving that part of my life behind. So you can't do it halfway. You can't just leave part of your life behind. When you're confronted with mystery, when you're confronted with grace, throw yourself into it with abandon, 100%. Sink or swim. So I needed to leave all of that behind. Relationships, certain friends, I cared about them, but I couldn't socialize with them anymore. My meditation deepened. I started writing every single day. I'd always wanted to be a writer, but I would go long stretches without writing at all. I finally started writing every day, and I haven't stopped in 26 years. And it's just flowed from there. And then the right people came into my life. Mocha being one of them. That was about 3 years into sobriety. And it was all done effortlessly because it wasn't done from the ego. I didn't grit my teeth and say, I'm done drinking. I'm going to sweat it out. I'm never going to drink again. I just stepped into what was offered to me and life continued on. Let's see. Optimob is back. Hello, my friend. Hi, everyone. Greetings from Switzerland. Greetings, my friend. Sabine says she's fine. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Our friend Leo. Leo said so. Speaking of subscribing, guys, subscribe to Leo because this guy puts in the work every single day. And I mean every single day. A lot of times you hear people say every single day, and they say, you know what? My shoulder hurts, my back hurts, I'm going to take a day off. I got things to do. When I say Leo puts in the work every single day, I mean every single freaking day. Way to go, Leo. Leo says, so Yogi the GOAT, hope your day is well, brother. Thank you. As always, much love and respect. Thank you for that. Leo, thank you for being here. Sabine says, how are you? I'm very well. Sabine, thank you. We got Psalm 23. I had a wonderful conversation with Odom and Goldie months ago, sharing some Psalms, with my favorite being Be Still and Know That I Am. Princess Vampire says hi to Sabine, and Leo said so. Optimob says, hi Laradox, I subbed and the first video catched. I watched in another tab. Awesome. Thank you for that. Hey, our friend Kayla Boo is here. Kayla, how are you, my friend? Kayla says, how are you? I'm doing good. I always love when Kayla stops in. I also always love when I get the opportunity to put Kayla up when she's gaming. Kayla and Smitty Deuces 187 and Tokyo Goal King 420, 3 favorite gamers. Let's see. I'm backing up a bit. Let's see what I missed. William Hart says, maximum enthusiasm. It's a good way to go through life. I've always said my 2 talents are curiosity and enthusiasm. Milka McCarty will definitely second the enthusiasm, because when I do something, I drag everyone in it. When I ran my first 50K, I said, Milka, you need to run 100 miles with me. Let's see. All right, Luke says, Water Tower, accidentally put well. Water Tower, awesome. Again, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Leo said so. Brother Jacob, the beast. He is a beast. If you guys are interested in any body weight stuff, any body weight workouts, Leo said so, and Jacob, Eric Lapointe, and our friend, the Burpee Reaper. Mr. Poopenator says, how do I send an email? I don't know it. It's on my channel page. If you go to the description and click on it, there's a little gray box that says for email. And just send me an email. Princess Vampire says, only through email, Eric. Appreciate that, Goldie. Mr. Poopinator says, sounds like what I'm doing. Mr. Poopinator, it's a gift when you're given that opportunity to I'm so tempted to use language that doesn't fit when we're making those changes. We're not making those changes. Life is changing through us, and we just need to be open to it. It always is, in every single moment. The problem is we say, nah, I'm good with what I got. Because, as our friend Laradox pointed out up above, because of fear. People often say the opposite of love is hatred, but it isn't. The opposite of love is fear. Although, rightly speaking, love has no opposite. How can something that is all-encompassing ever have an opposite? So when you see through the illusion of fear, you're free. You can do whatever you want. Or through Messenger. Messenger's a good idea as well. William Hart says, I'm back. Hello, and I feel sort of as well, but I'm lacking more knowledge to ascertain yet. Have you dealt with existentialism? I know I mispronounced that. You know what? I haven't. I flirted with the thought, because when you deal with non-duality and you arrive to the absolute nothingness of it all, then you start thinking, well, then it doesn't have meaning. It doesn't have meaning. What's the point to it all? But that's the gift. It's blank. It's empty. Guess what? We get to add meaning to it. Now we get to put meaning to what it is. The meaning of a tree is the simplicity of a tree. It doesn't need our interpretation of the meaning. We accept it for its treeness. The meaning of love is the reality of love. It doesn't need to be objectified. It doesn't need to, I love this person, but I don't love that person. It just needs to be what it is. It just needs to be love. Some of the exercises in A Course in Miracles, in the first 2 weeks, you do one exercise a day for 365 days. And the first ones deal with meaninglessness. And it says, all my thoughts are meaningless. Everything I see is meaningless. And it really takes away one idea after another, one concept after another, and it leaves us completely wide open. And then it introduces a novel concept that God did not create a meaningless world. And there's two ways of looking at it. Did God create the world? And if he did, and he didn't create a meaningless world, what does that mean? Or did God not create the world? In which case, it's an illusion, and we can see past the illusion to the reality. And reality itself, according to A Course in Miracles, is love. Only love is real. Nothing unreal exists. Therein lies the peace of God. Now, if you're suffering from existentialism, sorry guys, that the word God probably has little meaning to you. So replace it. It's just a concept. In the Tao Te Ching, it opens up with the Tao that can be told is not the true Tao. The God that can be described is not the true God. It's just the description of God. The reality of God would simply be life. The reality of God would be existence itself. And we can't really deny our existence. We can deny our what might happen if we cease to exist. But right now, we know one thing and one thing only. I am aware. What more do you need to know? You're aware. Awareness itself. The same awareness that was present the moment you came into this world, the same awareness that'll be there when you take your very last breath. Everything is appearing within awareness. How miraculous is that? You get to live in a miraculous world of pure awareness with things spontaneously appearing within it. It gets me up every morning with a big thank you, thank you, thank you on my lips. Miss Poopinator says, Princess, it's not like that. That's why I suggested Telegram. You know what? I'll look it up and see what I can do. Jacob says, sorry guys, I fell behind. How's the recovery going? Too. Leo said so. Bessalina is here. Bessalina, my friend, how are you? Sorry, I was so talking some stuff and I missed some people here. Laradox says Jesus didn't have a political side. He loved everyone and supported all. I agree. Good advice from Laradox. We are the point kindly drops Leo said so's link. Man, definitely subscribe to Leo. Luke says, I found that I couldn't understand ego death. I still felt me, alive, or some type of being, within the moment of being in the void, and not truly knowing where who I am. That's the perfect place to be. Because anything you add to that, as soon as you start saying I am, it's just a creation of the ego itself. The thing is that feeling you is just feeling awareness. The ego is just an appearance within the void, within the absolute. Guys, remind me sometime and we'll do a guided experiment from Douglas Harding on the Headless Way, which is, it's almost like a method of Doshan, which is non-dual Tibetan Buddhism. And you simply point and you realize your own headlessness. And yet at the same time, within that emptiness that you discover, the entire world is simply spontaneously appearing. Gives you everything. The realization of being the void, as well as the realization that you are not separate from everything that appears within the void. Magical. It's all a mystery. You don't need to understand it or even describe it. When you point and you see, all you got to do from now on is live it. Simply live it. And it's not even you putting in any effort. Everything becomes spontaneous and effortlessness. Effortlessness. All right, let me catch up. Kayla Boo is just chilling about to sleep, but I was going to leave you up in stream. Thank you for that, my friend. Kayla says, thanks for the support. Absolutely. Absolutely. Leo says, we show up and show out, sir. Always working. Mr. LaPointe, salute to you, sir. All love. Well, thank you. I see someone did $5. Very much appreciated. Speed says that's nice to hear. Jacob says it's great to hear, brother Leo. I'm definitely training for it. Got to be careful with my right elbow. Going too much at once with his heels this morning. Our friend Duncan Walsh would say definitely ice it up today. Ice it up before it gets any worse. Optimob says, Yogi, if you upgrade to standard mod, upgrade him, I can easily sub to other channels. Only if that's okay to you. Give me a few days. And then we could do that. I generally, because I've made some other people wait a few days, and we got Miss Poopinator standing in line as well. Who is it that shows up every day with the day count? I can't remember the name. So just waiting a few days and we're going to get people up there. Wow, $10. Thanks. That's very much appreciated. You guys are awesome. Mr. Poopinator, thank you. So, hey, Bessalina, how are you? Sorry, it took me a while to work down there. All right, let me start down at the bottom here. Joel Gaming. Joe, my friend, how are you? Thank you for that. It says, hi, Yogi. This is support you. Thank you for all you do. Man, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Guys, Joel Gaming H. Awesome gaming channel. It's hard for me to say gaming channel, Joel Gaming, although that's in his name. You guys got to experience Joel Gaming to know what I'm talking about. When you dive in, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It just can't be put into any box whatsoever. And you'll leave, you'll spend some time there, you'll be drawn in, you'll spend some time there, and you'll walk away, big smile on your face, feeling better, knowing that you just invested some quality time with a quality person. Let's see. Miss Poopinator says Laradox is using Eric to gain more subscribers. How did he get here? You know what? Laradox and I have a complicated past, complicated history. But we have an understanding. You gotta look past the you got to look deep at Laradox. He's a good guy. Every once in a while, a little reminder, Laradox. You got to love a guy who has enthusiasm, though. So, Leo Setsu says, I feel like a monster. I can't wait to be 100% to see how much more I can do. Now, Leo, the Yogi is evolving thanks to your advice and ways, sir. That's awesome. Yogi the Goat, have a great day, brother. You too, my friend. I think you're in the process of healing. I know you're still in pain, but you're still getting it done. Let's see. Mr. Poopinator says, I did because of you being a mod in Yogi's channel. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Poopinator. Mr. Poopinator says, nice donation. Man, you guys are absolutely awesome. Mr. Poopinator says, don't share my real name. I won't, my friend. Let's see. Lerodak says, Yogi, that's a cool highway by your house. Um, let's see. I guess it's about close to a mile from my house. Actual highway. Lerodak says, no joke. I was being a troll, Yogi. You know, again, I'm hesitant to use that term. You definitely had an agenda. Kayla says, woo, let's go. We got some cool emojis from Chill Gaming. Yeah, I have, I'm not too far from I-95, which is a big corridor, but that's about 5 miles away. And maybe less, maybe 3 miles. And it's a short, small highway. Uh, yeah, about a mile. Fortunately, we have a bike path that goes under, and we got trees on both sides. More than trees, we got woods on both sides. Therodox says Chill Gaming casually has 43, and he's the most down to earth person that you would ever spend time with on his channel. Go to his live streams and see how it's done, guys. Go to Kayla Boo's live stream and see how it's done. She's put in some monster sessions, 11 hours. Ami, I'm sorry, I didn't see you come in. Ami, how are you, my friend? Let's see. Could I pin your YouTube channel? Wouldn't be fair to others. Leo says, stay strong, chat, and be safe. Do some burpees. Definitely do some burpee, guys. Chill Gaming says, never give up. You don't get the 43K subscribers by giving up. One subscriber at a time. Everyone counts. You know what? It's personal, guys. Don't think of people as subscribers. Friends. You're making connections. Paradox says he's a big fan. It's actually you. Hey, Paradox. But you see how Chill approaches things. Jacob says, yes, sir, brother Leo. Burpees for life. Big salute. Leo says, have a great day, sir. Yogi the goat. Thank you for that. Leo, thanks for stopping by. Always appreciated. Let's see. We got some people subscribing to Chill Gaming H. Awesome. And again, more importantly, two things. Just because it's such a high vibe, high energy place, but also honestly you get to see how it's done. There's no pretense there at all. See, check it out. Chill Gaming says, Dardox, stop by my live stream, and I'll shout you out live there. Absolutely awesome. Automab says, YouTube is a marathon. Exactly. And you got to love every step of the way. Every step. Automab says, right, you're making connections. Absolutely. And you know what? It was always about, Sabine says exactly, Yogi. It's always about what can you give away? How can I serve? How can I serve? That's got to be a mantra. Everything you do in life. When Luke was putting out his great ideas for business, you saw how he tied it to how it could help people at the same time. Nothing to matter with having that dream and following it through. But a true dream is when it's going to serve other people as well. Bessalina says, enjoy your day, everyone. God bless. And hey, I want to mention someone who is serving, someone who is being of service, is Bessalina. Go visit her channel. Let's get her up real quick. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk more with Bessalina before she has to go. And there she is. She is someone who's given it away. She saw what needed to be done, and she stepped up. She's helping people. Sabine says yes. Laradox has to go. He says, God bless. God bless you, Laradox. Sabine says, that's what we do. We help people as good as we can. Exactly. 100%. I can go up through a list of so many friends here. Jacob Colby. That's what he does. If you go to one of his live stream, and every rep, he's putting it all out there, and then he stops and he comes up and he offers everyone encouragement. Luke says, I hate that I can't click on usernames on my phone. Yeah, sorry about that. Kayla's connected. Awesome. We got away from me. I hope you guys go visit me as well. This is someone else with a message. I love channels that have a message. That this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. Flower says she's going to get going. It's 1:01 a.m. Flower, thank you for being here as always. Hey, Flower's birthday is in 3 days. Flower is an essential part of the community, for sure. She is there 100% for everyone that comes in here with the intention of helping others. Yep, we're actually going to close things down in just a minute. Just a few minutes, maybe 10 more minutes. Let's see. Joel Gaming says, what time is it over there, Yogi? I'm just starting my day at 8:30 a.m. It is about 2:30 p.m. here. And yeah, I usually go live for an hour and a half to 2 hours, usually 2 hours. We might do it a little shorter this time. And then I go live again. I go live 3 times a day. I've been told maybe not the best thing to do, but I like doing it, and I like having different things to talk about each time. When I do the 5 a.m., we've been reading from the Tao Te Ching. Before that, we were reading from the Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes I read my own writing. I think after the Tao Te Ching, we might go through the Course of Miracles. Cameron is here. Says hello there. Hello, my friend. Appreciate you coming by. Sabine says we have 8:33 p.m. in Switzerland. Our friend Flower is in Myanmar. So it's always cool to have so many people from different parts of the world. And amazingly, I'm all caught up. If I missed something up above, I apologize. You don't mind if people put it in again? Man, our friend Laradox was completely blown away by Chill Gaming H. Chill, you made a young person very happy just by showing up. And what a kind thing. Joe says, let's see, Sabine and me are 12 hours apart. And amazing. 12 hours apart, and you can connect on the wonders of the internet. Let's see. Sabine says, I did set the notification button so I can join in time. I appreciate that. I'll do again 5 o'clock, about 5:10 here. Shorter, a little shorter. It's just that, each time you do it live, it's a different energy. Optimom says half a day. Yeah, exactly. Someone can, work an entire day. Someone can get up, have breakfast, work an entire day, get off work, do a workout, have dinner, relax, all within that 12 hours. And yet here the people are connected, just like that. Optimob says, great Chill Gaming that you help. Yeah, amazingly kind. That was a wonderful thing to see. Joel says, sub to him too. I'll help him out. Absolutely awesome. So, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. Get a few things to do. Let's see. I do want to answer Cameron's question. As a young kid, what video games did you play the most? When I was a young kid, we had Pong. You guys don't remember Pong? You had the screen up, 2 paddles, and you hit a ball back and forth. Later on, though, I was of the age when, John Madden Football first came out, when Donkey Kong first came out, when Asteroids first came out. I'm of the, again, I'm Generation X, so we had Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man. I played Pac-Man for hours and hours and hours. Luke says, Godspeed, brother. Thank you, Luke. Luke, it was great talking to you. Eric Point says, another great live. Thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Thank you for dropping the links. And, hey, before we end, are you guys subscribed to Eric Lapointe? I'd love to see. Eric, if you want to drop your link before you go. For those who can, if it works in my end, awesome. If it doesn't, maybe Eric can drop his link if he's still here. Eric stepped up as, out of nowhere, as a friend. He's an excellent moderator. And he decided he wanted to do some stuff on YouTube. And he's got an awesome channel. It was just great to see someone decide, you know what, I'm going to express myself in a way that's meaningful for me. And he absolutely did. One of my all-time favorite YouTube channels. Because of that, and because of who he is. And Walking with Goldie says, thank you for a lovely live and chat. Thank you, Goldie. Always appreciate your presence. If someone were to say, the bedrock of your community, Walking with Goldie, Eric Lapointe, Flowers, and you know what? I'm going to put our friend Night Watcher in there as well. Again, a bit of a history, Night Watcher and some of us, but all of it good. All of it's worked out. It always does. Let's see. Optimob says, hi, Walking with Goldie. Luke says, Pong is the classic. It is. It's the original. And before that, we had Rock'em Sock'em Robots. And before that, we just played with sticks and rocks. Sabine says, yes, it was a great live. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Luke says, can't get more classic. No, I can't. Jacob, my friend, thank you so much. Hey, Jacob, you helped get me to 23. You're incredible. Absolutely incredible. When Jacob comes in, I get more likes than any other time. Chill Gaming says, I remember Pong, but it was way out when I was little. I grew up in the last Atari era. Awesome. Yeah, Atari at the time, it was state of the art. It's the best stuff out there. And then, of course, like I said, John Madden football changed everything. Absolutely everything. And it's so primitive now, or so primitive thinking of how it was then. Our Burpee Reaper is here. Reaper, how are you? Sorry I missed your live today. Optimob says, now I just subbed to your channel with an extra channel. Thank you for that, my friend. Very much appreciate that. It does make sense. Jacob says, thank you and greetings, Brother Reaper. Thank you for the advice about the shot collar. Big salute. Hey, Jacob, no one knows their way around the shot collar or the Holy Grail better than the Burpee Reaper. He will get you there. 100%. Luke says, lots of bikers in those days. Let's see. Oh, yeah, definitely. Lots of bikes back in those days. Without helmets. Didn't even think of them. Didn't even think about bouncing off of our heads and getting back on the bike. Reaper says, no problem, brother. Hope it helps. Reaper says, my toy was a sandal and it had wheels. I'm laughing, but I'm also, it makes me a little bit sad, Reaper. Reaper says, it's all good. I did stop by, though, after. Check out your reps. And, hey, guys, this will be the last one. Well, we're going to do two more. Two more things. Burpee Reaper, go visit, subscribe, and show up on Sunday for the live stream with a song. You put a song out there, and he's going to do burpees to it. The only person alive who could do burpees to Barry Manilow, and Reaper stepped up and did it just because I asked him to. This is Optimob's link. I hope it works. I am just now subscribed to Optimob. I plan on spending some time there. I got him on all notifications. We got some live streams from Optimob, and we got one I'm definitely going to dive into. Why is Switzerland so green? So I'm excited. I'm excited to make a new connection, a new friend, and spend some time there. Absolutely amazing. Luke says we used to shoot BB guns at each other. Man, how dumb. We used to do that too. We did all kinds of crazy stuff. Chris Poopinator says, drop the link, Burpees, I'll sub. So hopefully that link works. Let's see. Jacob says, you're welcome, brother, Mr. Yogi. You deserve it. Blessing to help, connect and support others. You see, that's what I mean. It's a blessing to help. It means that we are blessed to be able to help people. And no one demonstrates that better than Jacob. No one demonstrates that better than Burpee Reaper and Eric LaPointe and Goldie. All of you guys. Look at Optimob. And how kind Chill was to our friend Laradox. Let's see. Reaper Wood says, I was born in Mexico. Our home was made out of mud. And every time there was an earthquake, we used to run out because we were scared the house would crumble. Um, hey, how old were you when you moved to the U.S., Reaper? That's amazing. And now, Reaper, his own business, his own boss, does amazing work. And again, he's a guy you can count on. He's got you back. Optimus says, thanks. You're welcome, my friend. Absolutely love your channel. I'm looking forward to spending time there. Mr. Poopinator says, love this channel. Thank you, my friend. Optimus says, Eric, please watch the last video. Let's see, the last video in Switzerland, road trip, 2 days ago. I will. You know what? What a beautiful country. Not only am I going to watch it, I'm going to share it out, my friend. Reaper says he was 6 years old. Hey, you know what? We're all the better for having you here, Lewis. Mr. Poopinator says, fart from me, bro. I'm so tempted, man. I'm so tempted. Andre is back. Hello, Andre, my friend. We're just getting ready to call it a day. Joel says, bye, everyone, and bye, Yogi. Joel Gaming came in and made a young person's day, 100%. Might have made his life. I've never seen anyone happier. Thank you for that, and thank you for being here, Joel. Reaper says, I still remember those days. Mr. Poopinator says, love is love, Eric. Look forward to your lives every day. You know what? And I look forward to you having here, 100%. Reaper says, yes, sir, so blessed. Luke says, amazing, Reaper, truly. You guys got to check out his Sunday live stream. Optimob says, Optimob, the video is called Errors. Yep. I have it up. Give me 1 second, guys. I think this will work. We'll see. Top of my channel. Reaper says, thank you, Eric. That means a lot, really. Oh, you got it, man. You've been the friend that you've been to me. And again, I don't take that stuff for granted at all. Optimus says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Luke just subbed too. Reaper. Hey, Luke, pick a song you want to hear and come visit on Sunday. You just got to type it in the content and he'll do his burpees to it. Optimob says, thank you so much for the 3 subs. You will see next videos. Oh, I can already tell. It's, you know, again, such a beautiful country. I love seeing those up close. Speed says, that's nice to hear. Took hours, well, to edit. Amazing. So, all right, guys. I'm all caught up. We'll say goodbye for now. As I mentioned before, let's see, Andre says, can you do burpees in your basement? I do every single day for, I think it's been like 912 days in a row. That's what I do. Just a yogi, and I do some burpees. Now, some people might think of burpees being separate from yoga. I see my whole life as yoga, every bit of it. Yoga isn't about doing the postures, doing the poses, or the asanas. Yoga is the ethical foundations all the way through breath work and the asanas to meditation to get you to realize to be liberated from your own mind, to not be enslaved by a thought system that only is meant to serve the system and not you. Right? Man, tough way to go through life. Having yourself insisting that you have to do things this way, and we don't even realize it. In yoga, it's called the 5 kleshas, the 5 afflictions of the mind, and we're enslaved to it, to our own minds until we're able to see. Yoga seems to be a slower, more gentle way, but working with A Course in Miracles gives you a most direct path on how to do it now. And the way to do it is you simply forgive. And again, forgiveness will end on this. Forgiveness isn't something we give to someone else. It's not something that we give to ourselves. Is it the gift of forgiving time? It's saying that the things that we think happened are just a memory, just a thought. We're freeing ourselves from that thought system. So, all right. Andre says that he can do many. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that, my friend. Anybody who does burpees is welcome here, that's for sure. Reaper says every day, Mr. Poop. This is true. Every day. Of course, I'm a low man on the streak. We got the Burpee King and we got Ankh, who are in the 1,500s, and I have yet to break 1,000. Can I do a basement right now? I don't know if I could do a basement right now. As in, like, making a basement? Well, then absolutely not. I could not make a basement. But only because my bulldozer is actually in the shop and I can't find my keys. Other than that, though, man, I'd make a basement like that. So, Mr. Poopinator says, good to know I'm not the only one. Let's see. Luke says, usually the first thing in my mind as I wake up. Usually the first thing. But it goes away, especially when mindful. Yeah, it's so easy to get caught up in that thought system because we think we are the thought system itself. We spend our whole lives caught in an illusion, mistaken belief, mistaken identity, that we are this, when in actually, we are the I am, the presence that precedes all of it. If we could just keep going back to that, I am. Everything else comes from I am. And we say it, I am, and life proceeds. Mr. Poopinator says, love is love. Absolutely. Who was hiding Mr. Poop's message? I didn't think anyone. Let's see. Andre says, oh, I'm sorry you do burpees in your basement. That's okay. I actually like doing burpees in my basement. Reaper says Andre is trolling. Yeah, we've had some really good trolls here. I try not to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Man, we've had some really good ones. My favorite, from our friend who's a stand-up comedian in Las Vegas, who said that I looked like the version of Spider-Man that was bitten by a regular spider. And that had me laughing all day long. Let's see. Laradox says, can you guys return the favor? Reaper says yes. See that, Laradox? It's all done. All right, guys. With that, now we're definitely going to say goodbye. I'll be back later. Hey, Andre, if you want to come back and talk some burpees in about 2 hours or so, absolutely awesome. If you look at my channel, you get to see what the basement looks like. It's a dungeon. It's a hole. No one would ever want to do burpees in that basement. And yet somehow I find myself there every single morning doing burpees, loving every minute of it, every single rep. Therodox says needs just one more subscriber to reach 460. You'll do it, my friend. I'll give you a shout out again when I go live later. Let's see. I thought we had his link dropped. Let's see. Reaper says, I would love to do burpees in your basement, Eric. That's because it's only for the hardcore, and it doesn't get any more hardcore than the Burpee Reaper. You don't get the name Burpee Reaper by accident, guys. Speed says, oh, you have a great day. Okay, have a great day, and thank you. Thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. Miss Pupinator says, prison is a place where you don't want to do burpees. Many people actually came out of prison, the Burpee King. And they set the precedent on how to do them. That's where the infamous Pelican Bay routine, 500 reps of burpees, came from. Laradox. Well, Laradox, we're shutting it down. Come back later, and we'll see if we can get you to 461. Guys, very much appreciated everyone being here. It was a fun time. And we do have fun. We covered some pretty serious stuff, too. So much appreciated. I'll see you guys later. All right? I was going to start saying goodbye to everyone. And then I'd be here for another hour. So let me just say I appreciate every one of you. Optimob says, bye. Thank you so much. Great channel. Thank you, my friend. And I'm getting ready to spend some time on yours. Luke says, you all should check out Men of Action. Dude does crazy burpee workouts. Yeah, he does. I've been subscribed for him a while. Reaper and a few others are very much connected with him. Yeah, he has a great channel. He has a good message, too. Speed says, very nice channel. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Miss Pupinator says, basement or prison? You choose. I'll take my basement. Take my basement every time. We got a salute from Jacob. Guys, check out Jacob as well. And I'm going to do one thing. Let's see. Optimus says, you will like it. I have no doubt. I'm looking forward to it. Miss Pupinator says, what live should I go to? Go Sunday to Burpee Reaper and pick out a song you want to hear, and he'll do burpees to it. You can't beat that, guys. Doesn't matter how crazy the song is, if he can bring it up. And you know what? It's just a fun time, and he brings the intensity. He brings the heat. So, all right, guys. I'll see everyone later. Thanks again. Appreciate you guys being here.